The Bavaria C46 won European Yacht of the Year at Boot Dusseldorf 2024. I spoke with Sean Rush and Angus Stranack of Ensign Yachts in Australia to find out some of the features that they loved about the boat. The C46 certainly surprises when under sail.
I think they were amazed at how stable it was. We had up to 18 knots of breeze and a nice nor'easter sailing down Pittwater, which is just north of Sydney. And yeah, we had probably almost a dozen people in the cockpit there, and there's just so much space. The beam of this C46 is brought all the way aft, which makes it a really comfortable cockpit area. And the hull, when it's sailing along it upwind, especially, it sits on those chines, those hull chines really nicely. So it just sits comfortably at an angle there, and you don't feel like you're ever worried about falling down the cockpit. There's grab handles everywhere. There's nice settees on both sides. It's just a comfortable space to be, really. And you could hit, we were hitting up to 10 knots of boat speed, and everyone was comfortable having a chat.
An owner of an older yacht would be incredibly surprised by the sense of space on the Bavaria C46.
They'd be incredibly surprised because it's such a different boat these days. The designers have thought much more about being outside, and particularly for Australia, that's so important because maybe in Europe you have the many cooler months, and being downstairs is just as important as being upstairs. But in Australia, being outside and enjoying that cockpit area is critical. And so, as Angus was just saying, we had 10 or 12 people, um, uh, four couples all sitting around, sailing along. We had heaps of space, and the crew could run around past the people while we were sailing along. It's a totally new concept. I think people need to come back and try sailing again if they've been out of it for 20 years. Yeah, I just thought the other thing is everything being furling. You can have a furling main, furling jib, furling code zero, and so all controlled from the cockpit. None of this running around if you don't want to.
The feeling of space isn't limited to just on deck.
The demo boat that we've got is the Lightwood, which actually increases the space. And it's got a great layout with the U-shaped galley in the centre on the port side, and then your lounge, your dining table on the starboard side.
Absolutely, yeah. So as you said, the nav station faces forward, which is great in a sailing boat anyway, but it's facing the U-shaped galley, which is another centerpiece of the main saloon area that connects to the settee area on the starboard side. It's really all connected together quite well. That there's the space in these new modern boats, and I think that's one thing Bavaria's done quite well. They've brought the outside in with the surrounding portholes, the windows and the hull. The overhead hatches brings all the light in. It just makes it a really nice, friendly, warm atmosphere to socialise and be in.
The owner's cabin is spacious and airy, as Sean explains.
Isn't it a special cabin? The Kasuti designed what they call the V-bow. Gives a heap of space up in the owner's cabin. And with a separate head and shower cabin. Both sides have got closets for your hanging closets for the husband and the wife or partners, and a huge king size bed that has almost a walk around. It's amazing space.
I asked Angus what one of his favourite things was about the C46.
That's a good question. Favorite thing? To be honest, owning a smaller boat, myself, having this is not a very exciting answer, but having storage space on a bigger boat where you can just put things away, put life's clutter away, that's a big deal for me. So stepping onto the C46, it's got this storage cabin, a room itself, just to port as you go down the companionway steps, and you can just put all your wet weather gear away in there, all the jackets, all the life's clutter can just be stored in that room, and the rest of the boat is still a comfortable, nice clutter-free space to be in. So I think just the thought they've put into the space in the interior makes a big difference, especially when you're out at sea.
Thank you for watching today. We'll continue to bring you a wide variety of news from the sailing world. Please do subscribe to our channel using the button down here and take a look at sailworld.com for more information from the world of sailing.